Hey guys and gals, I'm Elliot. This is Everything Elliot, and you've found yourself on another episode of New Tool Tuesday. This is a Hotsy pressure washer. It probably looks a little different than your average pressure washer. That's because it's a hot water pressure washer. Now, a lot of people would refer to this as a steam cleaner or steam jenny, and this unit essentially plugs into your garden hose. You start this big 12 horsepower motor. Yeah, that's right, 12 horsepower. A lot of horses right there. Pressurizes your garden hose, your water supply, throws it through there. That'll heat it right up. Comes out the wand at roughly 180 to 200 degrees. Pretty warm if you ask me. Now, some interesting things about this. It's run on a Honda GX 390 motor. Like I said, 12 horsepower. That's a lot of ponies for a pressure washer. So you're running at about 3,500 PSI. Yeah, 3,500 PSI. Enough to cut your toes off. So be careful with it. Basically, how this thing works is water comes in here at your supplied garden hose. I don't know, what's it come out at? 50, 60 PSI. This motor powers a pump that's in the back here, charges it all up, gets it all excited, and then inside of this, that's where the magic happens. There's some coils in there, and you can actually see this tank down here. This is going to be diesel fuel. That fires a burner down there, throws a flame inside of that, heats that coil up, and then the water exits out top here at about 3,500 PSI, throwing hot water straight out your wand. I mean, sounds dangerously fun if you ask me. So this specific unit is it's a Hotsy, I mentioned that, and the model number is a bunch of letters and numbers, so I'll jump over there and tell you what they are. Yeah, so this is a Hotsy model number 1075 SSE. And like I said, 3,500 PSI, runs about 3.8 gallons per minute of water. So it's gonna make your water meter spin, that's for sure. And as far as the fuel goes, it's gonna take about 2.2 gallons of diesel fuel per hour you're running it. So not terrible, not terrible. It says max temp, 225 degrees. Now, if you know anything about water, you know that water boils at 212 degrees, creating that nice steam effect. It's a fairly simple design. It's not super complicated. If something breaks on it, you should be able to fix it. But considering this is a brand new unit, I don't expect anything to break for quite some time. Hotsy was kind enough to send this unit to me to demonstrate it on my channel, so that's what we're gonna do. I've got a lot of cool things planned for it. We're gonna, well, I can't tell you all my secrets because I've got some stuff in the works that you guys don't know about. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed because we're gonna get this thing working. I got a lot of pretty interesting projects for it. Besides power washing, they make some pretty neat accessories for it. The one that I'm interested in, really, that excites me, is a dustless blaster kit. And if you don't know what a dustless blaster is, it's essentially a sandblaster, but it uses water instead of air. About a year ago, I sandblasted the frame of my truck, and boy, was that a project. It would have been nice to have this. Would have been cool to do it with this one instead of the sandblaster, but hey, we're here, we're doing it. Maybe I'll sandblast my trailer. Who knows? We'll see where the future takes us. But immediate things we're gonna do with it. I don't have anything right now that's super crazy to clean off. And in a little bit, I think we're just gonna go clean off the ATV that's a little muddy, but we'll get there when we get there. Excuse me. So along with the pressure washer, Hotsy also... Stay there. Along with the pressure washer, Hotsy also sent me this 24-inch floor cleaner. We're in my shop right now. You guys know that this shop floor gets dirty because I do a lot of stuff in here. They don't call me Everything Elliot for nothing. We need to clean the shop floor. That is on the list of things to do, and I think this thing is going to work much better than just the old attachment that I had that went on the end of your wand. If you guys have been following for a while, you know Tucker helped me out with that in the, I think that was in the fall. Yeah, in the fall. We did it right before winter. Tucker helped me out. We did the whole floor with that little, I don't know, it's maybe 16 inches wide. I think this is going to be a big, big step up from using that unit. Not to mention the hot water. I think the hot water is going to get all the grease, all the oil, everything off the ground. Probably make this floor look brand new again. I've got a lot of cleaning up I need to do before we get into that though. Whew. Floor cleaner, what else? Hold on. They also gave me 5 gallons of their Power Shine Plus, which from my understanding is just like a basic soap. Probably not something you'd want to use on your car to get that nice crisp shine, but hey, if you're washing off a tractor or, I don't know, an excavator or something, that's probably where you're going to want to be. So this hot water pressure washer is probably a little bit bigger than what you'd be interested in if you're just a homeowner and you want to use it for your siding or your concrete patio, concrete driveway, everything like that. They do make smaller models. You don't need to buy something this big. They make electric models, they make natural gas fired models, they make propane fired models. It doesn't need to be diesel fuel and a gasoline motor. They've got all different combinations, all different pressure ranges. They've got stationary units, units that go on the wall, and actually, they're the #1 brand of hot water pressure washers, which is pretty neat that they said to me, "Hey Elliot, let's get you a hot water pressure washer. It's looking pretty dirty around there." So I'm excited about this partnership, and I'm excited what the future holds for this machine. I think we're going to have a lot of use for it on the channel, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be interested to see what it really can do. To give you an idea of what this unit looks like versus my old pressure washer, I'll pull it over here. So this is Old Faithful. This is my Karcher. I don't even know how many PSI it is. 2,400 PSI. And probably not running at 2,400 PSI because it's tired. I bought this thing at auction 5 years ago for 20 bucks, and it's done me no wrong. I actually think Karcher is a parent company of Hotsy. Fairly certain of that from my internet research. I don't know. But huge step up from this basic. I mean, if you're going to have a pressure washer, this is probably what it's going to look like. You're stepping into a huge unit here. 5 horsepower versus, what did I say, 12 horsepower Honda GX 390. That's a big motor. It's gonna suck a lot more water too. But that's all right. I live in a swamp. We've got plenty of water in my well. Shouldn't be an issue. So some cool things about this unit. I mean, you've got, well, I've got the 5 gallon of soap here. So right here, little soap intake. You just take that cap off that soap, dip this bad girl in there, suck the soap right in, sends it right through the unit. Everything on here is quick connect, which is pretty neat because my old unit, everything stayed together. But you've got the gun here. I don't know, this thing's probably about all of 5 feet long, and that's because it does come out super hot. This gun gets hot. It's got a nice, dare I call it, a pistol grip. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. I'm talking about a pressure washer, not a GUN. Yeah. Nice and long, keeps you away from that hot water. You don't want to get burned. It will burn you, so you need to be careful of that. The wand comes with it. I've got 50-foot of hose up here. That comes with it as well. They do make like 100-foot hoses. I don't know. I guess you could link them all together. You could pretty much get as much hose as you want to get. Some things I'm looking in the future that I'd be interested in running off this machine and testing would be the dustless blaster kit I mentioned that already. They've got a nice hose reel that comes up here. Instead of having to wrap it all up, it's like a spool. Just spool the hose up. That'd be kind of nice. Couple more nozzles. I don't know. There's possibilities are endless. The world is our oyster. I mean, they gave me an accessory book that's about that thick. So I gotta look through it and just start buying stuff because I'm excited. I've always wanted one of these. I've used them on construction sites before, so I know how well they work, and I just never could pull the trigger on one. So I'm glad Hotsy wanted to get together with me. I appreciate them. And I think we're gonna go outside and clean the ATV off. Now, the ATV is just a little dirty. It's not crazy muddy. It's not greasy and stuff, but it's the only thing I have right now that we can do a little bit of a quick demonstration with this unit. So this works like any regular power washer. You first start by hooking up the garden hose to it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the garden hose without turning this motor on. We're gonna run the air out of the system. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. There you go, you can see I turned the hose on. Running the water straight out there. See all that air coming out? Hook that hose up to it. And you've got your other end here, obviously. Run the air out of that. Once you feel all the air's out, you can just hook your gun in. Like that. Run the air out of the gun. We're good to go. So this is your basic Honda engine, fuel on, choke on, half throttle. Uh-oh, battery's dead. Oh, there we go. All right. We'll start with the 40 degree. All right, we've got pressure. So, I'm gonna turn the burner on. All you do to turn that on, flip that switch. Now we're gonna be washing with hot water. Thing is screaming hot. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but when you let go of the trigger, it actually turns the burner off so it's not overheating that coil. And you can see the steam coming out from underneath the ATV. So when you're done cleaning, you want to take this, turn the burner off, and run cold water through it for like 2 minutes to cool everything down. You'll be able to tell because this you'll be able to touch. Like right now I can barely touch it. Once I can touch it, that's when you know everything's nice and cool. So I'll just do the final touches with the cold water, and we'll be well on our way to having a nice clean machine. Alright, so you can see I can touch it now. That means it's cold enough. We can shut this down. Obviously, once you shut the machine down, you want to let the pressure out. We'll do that. And that's it. We've got a nice, clean ATV now. And wow, is that way cleaner than my other power washer would have got it. See, I've got a lot of interesting things planned for this machine. If you guys are interested in seeing more of the Hotsy, I've got some pretty cool projects with it. Some really interesting stuff that's gonna put that thing to the test. So we'll see what the future holds. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to check out their website, which the link will be in the description. So do that. like this, subscribe, yada yada, or just have a great day.